This is Andy Purwall for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm joined by Jack Cullen over Zoom. Jack, Happy New Year. I hope you could enjoy everything as best as what you could over the festive period. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really well, thank you. Had a nice break. Nice, well, to be honest, went on holiday. Had a good holiday. Just good to get back. Been back in the gym this week now. I'm just waiting on a fight date. I'm hopefully fighting in March. Not got a date or anything yet, so it's just a waiting game now. But yeah, I'm back in the gym. It's in it hard this year, mate.
It's good to hear, mate. It's good to hear. You mentioned there you're waiting on a fight date, but before we come on to that, let's just kind of reflect on your 2020 on a personal note. One of highs and lows, really. You had the win back in March, then we went into lockdown, the draw at fight camp, and then you ended with the win over John Docherty. How would you assess your 2020 as a whole?
Yeah, to be honest with you, mate, for us in obviously boxing, I mean, there's been a lot of people out there, they've struggled. I had three fights. I had three fights last year. To be honest, Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, they looked after me, and I'm hoping same again this year. Three, maybe four fights, and I'm happy, mate. Obviously, yeah, the draw, I felt like I won that, but you never know. Maybe this year it's time to turn it round and we'll get the win on him.
Now we'll come on to that draw with Zak Chelli in a short while, or a potential rematch rather in a short while. But take me back to your win over John Jack. We haven't had a chance to catch up since then. Reflect on it for me and what it meant for you to obviously be able to come back with a win on the back of a draw with Zak Chelli.
Yeah, you know what? It was a good win, but before the camp started, well, when we got told about John Docherty, obviously I was training for. Who was I training for now? Who was I meant to be fighting?
Jamie Cox.
Jamie Cox. I was training for Jamie Cox, which is a southpaw boxer, and then obviously they popped up with John Docherty, and I like the person who I am. I will take any fight, and they come with John Docherty, and yeah, I was over the moon with it. Let's get it on type of thing.
Heading into the fight, John Docherty was seen as the favourite, even though he was a late replacement for you. Yeah. Was you surprised knowing that people favoured John Docherty heading into it?
Well, obviously, look at his record. Coming from an amateur boxer, he's signed up with Matchroom, and he's beat everyone who's put in front of him, and he stopped most of them. So obviously, well, they had it that he was going to knock me out and this and that. But I knew everyone who knows me knew how good I am, and I was good, more than good enough to beat John Docherty.
Did you feel the pressure heading into that one in particular, Jack?
Not really. I don't feel any pressure on me. Like I said, he was the favourite. I was the underdog. Everyone put a bet on. Everyone put money on me. They had a good Christmas, I reckon, over it.
Yeah. Jack, that's good to hear there. It seems to be as well, though. We've spoken in the past. Your defeat to Felix Cash, that must feel like such a long time ago now.
Yeah, listen, I just forgot about it. I was a middleweight and I was struggling to make the weight. Listen, at the end of the day, Felix Cash beat me. I'm not taking that away from him. But this is what I tried explaining I've said to a lot of people. I'm a bigger and better fighter. I'm at my natural weight, super middle, and that's where I think I'm good at.
Moving on to Zak Chelli. Again, we've briefly spoken about it, the draw with him at fight camp. Looking to that rematch, Jack, I've spoken to Alciesta over a couple of times over the past 6 months or so, and he said that from when you two fought, there wasn't a need to just rush into a rematch. Sometimes it's good to let things kind of mellow and become bigger by their own nature. Do you feel that's kind of
the
best way to have gone?
Listen, I agree, but obviously Zak Chelli thinks he beat me, and I would like to prove to everyone that he didn't. And me getting the rematch. I mean, I'm not pushing for Zak Chelli the rematch because I'm looking past him. I'm moving on to bigger and better fighters. But obviously, if the crowd want to see it and other people want to see it, then I'll get it on. Listen, I'll never turn no fight away. But like I said, I'm looking to go past Zak Chelli, and if it pops up, it pops up. You know, it's entirely up to the matchroom lot.
How likely, in your eyes, do you think it will be that you will face Zak Chelli once again, and you get the opportunity to right the wrongs of the draw?
The thing is, like I said, if it pops up, listen, I'll take it with both hands. But I'm not really pushing for that fight. I'm pushing for bigger and better fights. You know, the way my career is going, I want titles this year, and I want to be well known as a good, strong, undefeated super middleweight.
Final thing on that fight before we do move forwards as to what you would like to achieve this year, Jack. Going back to the first fight, rather, a lot of people did have Zak winning that fight. Was it a surprise to you to hear that upon the coming days, checking your social media and what have you, or?
Yeah, it was a little bit. I mean, obviously, I know the commentator didn't really do me any favors. I just felt like he was hitting me a lot of times. Like the good on about it is Zak Chelli's a big knocker artist. I mean, he didn't knock me out, he didn't even stumble me, and that's all down to him. He was hitting my guard. But that's what I thought, mate. Obviously, we clashed of heads. That's where I got caught. Apart from that, there was no marks on me. So yeah.
Moving away from that one then, Jack, just talk to me about your plans for 2021. What would you like to achieve this year?
You know what? I want titles, and it is what it is. I was listening. As long as Matchroom Media and keep me going, they look after me like they looked after me this last year. I'm not bothered. You know, like I said, I will not fight nobody. Whoever they offer me, I'll take it. I'll take it with both hands. As long as you give me enough time, training wise, I'll have any fight. You know, and I'll give it me all. I go into that ring every time. Coming out, I'm going to win it, and that's what I do.
Jack, you said you're looking to get out around March time. Have you got any idea as to who you may be stepping in the ring with?
I've not got a clue. I spoke to a manager this morning just saying, have you heard anything? He just said that his sports ready and hopefully it'll be in March. So I said, yeah, no worries. I said, you just let us know. You know, that's what they're for. That's what they're for. I'm here to train and fight, and they're there to manage me.
How far off from, say, a British title fight do you think you are, Jack? Because I know in the past we've spoken about, you've said you'd like to fight for that title. It's currently vacant, was meant to be contested between Willie Hutchinson and Lerone Richards. When Lerone held it, Lerone vacated, and then Willie and Lennox Clark were meant to fight for it, but for whatever reason, that fight never went ahead. How far from a British title fight would you say in your own eyes you are?
My own eyes, mate. No, I would like one more fight, and then I've got to go for the British, definitely. But obviously, like I said, before the end of this year, something like that, a British title, Commonwealth title, it would be nice. It would be nice to hold in one of them before the end of the year's out.
Now, just to move away from yourself, Jack, I just want to get your thoughts on the world scene at super middleweight. Obviously, Saul Canelo Alvarez, the name on many people's lips at the minute. Who can defeat him? In your eyes, Jack, who would you give the best chance on defeating him? It seems that Billy Joe Saunders could be facing him around May time from what we are seeing and hearing.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. You know, Canelo is class, mate. The thing is with Canelo, I don't know. He just looks undefeatable at the minute. And obviously, I had Callum Smith. I really do rate Callum Smith as a boxer, and like he'd done, he put a good performance on. I know Callum had done his arm in, but obviously the same again on that night. The best man won. So I'm not too sure. You know, I don't know who's going to be beating him at the minute.
Just want to get your thoughts on one other British fight down at welterweight. It's one which has been spoken about for a long time. Kell Brook and Amir Khan. Amir Khan has said that he'd like to face Kell Brook this year. Jack, I know it's a fight which people would have loved to have seen 4 or 5 years ago, but if it did happen this year, are you interested? And if so, what do you think would happen?
Yeah, of course I'm interested. It's going to be a brilliant fight, but I'll go for the local lad, the Bolton, Amir Khan. You got to support him. But yeah, you know, he's done a lot. Carl Brooks is another brilliant class fighter. But yeah, I'll go with my local lad. I'm here.
All right, Jack, we will leave it there now. I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate your time. Best of luck with the rest of the year. I'll speak to you soon. Thank you for speaking to Boxing
All the best. Cheers, mate.
Rematch.